Hello, Lieutenant Kayla Detmer here from Star Trek Discovery, here to ask you to join in with Commodore Ty to discover the world of pop culture. The adventure has begun.
Incoming message from Commodore Ty.
Hello, it's your Commodore, Ty Coles here, with another episode of The Bad Batch. So let's continue on. This is Season 1, Episode 3, Replacements. And...
what the hell is that?
I could care less about this episode. It was more filler than the last episode. At least the last episode had somewhat of a story. This one was just them replacing a part on their ship. That was the A plot. Them replacing a part on their ship.
Careful, those capacitors hold massive charge. I am well aware.
And it did have some cool, creepy vibes to it when they crash landed on the planet.
What was that?
How much damage did they take from those blaster hits? This is roughly around the same time the Millennium Falcon's flying. Millennium Falcon took blaster hits in A New Hope and continued to fly. This one took blaster hits and systems were failing left, right, and center.
The list. The ship got hit hard when we fled Saleucami. Several systems have been glitching ever since.
As well, we get more story with Omega, which story felt like she was forced into it, like she was not needed.
I'm part of this squad now too, right?
It did not help her character. Pointless to have her in this one. And then also it's like, could care less about this character at this moment. I prefer the B plot to this episode, which is we see Crosshair again.
Greetings, CT-9904. You will be pleased to know your vitals are at optimum levels. Go away.
And now Governor Tarkin, Grand Moff Tarkin.
Shows he's responding favorably to the procedure.
Let's see if he stays that way.
Which is weird. Why the hell would you introduce him as Admiral and not even mention him until now he's Grand Moff? I'm like, really? Couldn't you have at least did something to show him getting promoted? I know it's not much, but still. And he's still on Kamino's. And they're talking about conscription, about bringing in volunteers to the army. And we see these 4 normal people.
May I present our first elite squad.
And you hear one of them talk and saying, with the Empire, he's in better position now than he was ever in the Republic.
The war's over. Who's left for us to fight?
With the Empire, I get paid, I get fed, and I have a roof over my head. That's more than the Republic ever did for me.
And we never get that side of the story. We never get the people that were pro-Empire. We never get that in any other Star Wars. We never get pro-Empire. It's always rebellion. Like, we're always seeing the other side of the story. It's always a one-sided story. So I appreciate them introducing that. So, Tarkin sends them off to the same planet that he sent Clone Force 99 to finish the job against Saul.
A tangible test is in order. We need to see them in action.
By all means.
Send the clone and your recruits to Onderon. I want Saul Gerrera's camp found and wiped out.
Saul left. So they take out everyone there. And we get this wicked shot from nailing the pilot through the glass, sniped. Crosshair, who's in charge, orders them to eliminate everyone. The one trooper said no.
Then you're of no use to the Empire.
What are you doing? Gerrera's fighters are dead. These are civilians. We should bring them in.
Those weren't our orders.
Forget our orders. This is wrong.
And Crosshair's like, no, and shoots him, and then they wipe out everyone else. Men, women, children, everybody.
Finish the mission.
It shows you how dark Crosshair is. He will obey the orders no matter what. With these troopers though, they're wearing the black armor. So is this like a first stage death trooper squad? Because they actually could fire and fire accurately. So they continue on with this, and the guy that initially wanted this program, Tarkin, promoted to Admiral.
Then I leave this project in your capable hands, Admiral.
Thank you, sir.
And we get the Kaminos talking about that they need a more stable source of DNA because the Jango Fett is deteriorating.
The original genetic material from Jango Fett continues to degrade.
Then it is time to begin the next phase. If your experiment can yield a superior clone, it will secure our relationship with this empire.
So could they bring in Boba Fett, maybe? But they're focusing on the Bad Batch. But you do have Crosshair there. Then we go back to the Bad Batch, and they still have going after the capacitor that was stolen from this crazy creature. And it's Omega that saves the day. Could care less. Utter garbage. This was utter garbage. Like, why? Why have her save the day again? And we're seeing Wrecker not as much in this episode. And his head is starting to hurt. He blames it on a bump to the head, but could the inhibitor chip be affecting Wrecker now?
I must have hit my head in a crash.
But he ends up making a little room for Omega. And she's now officially a part of the Bad Batch.
It's your own room.
It's like, wasn't she always? They're just forcing her in situations that she's not needed in. It's ridiculous. It's getting horrible. It's bullshit. And I feel like that took away from the episode, because remove her parts from the episode, you got somewhat of an interesting episode, especially the Crosshair part of the episode, because the Bad Batch, which the show should be focused on, played little part in the episode because of Omega. So that pissed me off royally. Probably by far one of the weakest episodes so far. Even though we're only 3 episodes in, this is by far the weakest. So let's see what happens next week. Hopefully they recover. And so for your Commodore Tychos, may the Force be with you. Over and out.
Thank you for watching the video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, watch one of my many other videos, and if you like what you see, you can support the channel by donating to my PayPal.
So, for Commodore Ty, live long and prosper all, and for now, until next time, the hailing frequencies are closed.